Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Me. Um, so, new day, new earth, new world, new place, and I'm feeling pretty cosmic. How do you guys feel? I'm gonna bust out the Cosmic Tarot. And we're gonna see what has to be said. There's a lot really going on in the world right now. We are moving to a strong, forward, feminine future. Look at that, the Magician. I would love to get a shout out first to my girl Kita, with these amazing runes. If anybody out there that I know is interested in getting runes, my sis be making these. These are super fire. Just give a shout out. And she puts all these special little stones and crystals and things inside of them. Get that one, the Eye of the Tiger. I am still learning a lot about the runes, so I haven't really, and I apologize to my homegirl because I really want to be using them more to show you guys because these are so beautiful. But drop my girl some love. If you're interested in the ruins, drop a little crystal or, a little heart down in the comments below. Let's get our girl some love out here. Let's go, Kita. Look at these. These are so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, these awesome stones. Can I just say? Oh, work movement. Okay, so first we have the Magician. So thank you, universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, all of those that are of the highest vibrational frequency of love and light to bring us information, clarity, and directive will be amazing. Thank you. So it is. What is information you have to tell us? So first we have the Magician. This talks about, the Magician really, if you look at the card, look at that, 333. It's about manifesting. It's about knowing that what we're using, right? It's about knowing that our thoughts, our intuition, that we have access to everything, right? The Magician has all of the tools. It's not just one, right? He has all the tools, and so he's clearly aligning himself to get everything taken care of. Yeah, just infinitely. Okay. So we have the Eight of Wands. Watch out. Coming at you. The Empress. The Six of Swords. Which is interesting because normally the Six of Swords is like the very man leading us. But this one is very interesting. Look at that, 444. Cosmic Tarot. Let's go. See, we have the Caduceus. This is about health and healing. It's about finding the balance and the symmetry here. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so then we have the King of Cups, the Moon, and the World. So what I'm looking at here, we have the Magician, Eight of Wands, the Empress, Six of Swords, King of Cups, the Moon, and the World. It's like, okay, so something was created, there's messages that are coming in. The Empress is, looks like maybe she's waiting here, she's waiting, she's got everything she needs. The bird, I just think it's about this berry. She looks shiny, she looks good. The Six of Swords. Normally this is about generally a ferryman that's like the guy that's guarding us across to a safer land or a journey. So that's good. What I can relate this to is everything what's been happening, not just for me, but I feel like the current world in general. Then we have the King of Hearts, the King of Cups. The Moon, and the World. So what this tells me actually is that we had to find a balance, right? With the Six of Swords, there was a balance, and since his arm is kind of forward or focused on the Caduceus, it's like, okay, the balance is definitely making sure that within the light, see how he's like staying in this area. Within the light, still, the focus is going to be on healing, right? This is the main focus. This is the main everything, right? But it's like finding the balance. So six is about the reciprocity, the giving and the receiving. So it's like as much as we give, we also have to be able to receive, right? Then we have the King of Cups. So this is an interesting King of Cups. He looks a little bit like smoother, more calm, but also more open emotions, right? Cancerian energy, very much so. But the crab would represent some type of maybe a rougher or rawer exterior than we would think, but like softness inside, right? So maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge, right? We should be able to move past like whatever we see as the exterior and understand that there is actually something a little bit more in depth, right? Then we have the Moon. Now the Moon is about generally like things that can be secret or things that, things that can be hidden that are coming to light. Generally, you see he has a new moon and then this is a full moon. When the moon is full, everything is illuminated, right? Everything, we can see everything for exactly what it is. And it's interesting because the king is very intently looking at this crown, but is he looking at the crown or is he looking at the world, right? It seems like he's looking at the world. Now here at the world we have the guardians of the galaxy, right? We have the fixed signs, the fixed energies, which are the guardians of the galaxy. They are the ones that maintain the balance because they know how to not just fix things, but how to be in fixed state, right? Like for cardinal signs, like they're very specific the way they have to be. And mutable signs, now they can be changed or easily persuade or veered away. But the fixed signs are set to a very ancient set rule of standards where, you know, as much as they can let things run, it's like things have to be the way that they need to be, right? And you see the lobster coming up, you see the Pisces, the two fish, but this is more about the balance, right? You're seeing the yin and the yang, the illumination of where the misbalance was. And you're not seeing one opposite, you're seeing two upright, okay? Which also has its own symbology in it. And then we have the universe. Now she has a cane. She's dancing. Now these red flowers are just coming back the same as the lilies. And the world is about a completion. So what I see from here is basically like, you know, someone was working on something, they were creating something, messages came in, the Empress, this is someone that's ready to take action, make things happen, right? But also cultivating, birthing new things and ideas, okay? Then we have the Six of Swords. It's about, okay, taking these ideas and moving to a safer space, right? The safer space may be just the King of Cups, you know, and now this can be the safer spaces that I feel safe enough to offer this cup of love, or this can also be like, okay, what I've done is I've become less like this and more like this, where it's like I found the balance and not letting my emotional state or something overstress me or over whatever, you know, overcompensate. And I can see that by looking at the moon. I can see that, I mean, these are both Cancerian cards, but, you know, it's like, he's looking at all the things that have been uncovered, and he's looking at, you know, the universe is the beginning and the ending, the completion, but also the rebirth, the restart. And you'll notice that she has this wand or cane, this flowing dress. So it's like, she's ready to sing, she's ready to dance, she's ready to create something new. What I can say with this, from where I'm sitting, is that the universe is ready to birth something new. I will say this is a mind. We are switching out of the old state. You have to excuse me. We're switching out of the old state, and this is less of a mental mind thing and more of a, how do we align ourselves with it, right? And so that's what's happening. So what's happening in the world is like, how, you know, we can't just say we consistently want change in the world if we're not willing to actually be the change. So things be a-changing. Let's see this message. Oh, first, okay. First we have the Devil, card of Capricorn, under the Magician. Okay, so hopefully you've finally learned how to control those humanly aspects, those natures, those maybe addictions, tippers, whatever, something like this. Prince of Cups and Ace of Swords verse. So this is interesting because the Prince of Cups is like, okay, I have a message, right? I have a message. I want to offer you something, but I'm actually still I'm not sure how I feel. I'm not sure how I feel. like, I want to say something. The Ace of Swords upside down implies that, I mean, this could be several things, but the first two things that come out to me is it implies that either he didn't like the way something went or he didn't receive an apology or something like this, because generally the ace is like words or action, so this can mean this can mean also it can mean that the message is that this person that wasn't sorry for their actions, and that could be the message also, right? It's like know what is and isn't good and move forward. The Empress, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, what this tells me is that the Empress is just hard at work knowing like how to make sure to secure the legacy, right? Too witty? Okay, hold on. Five of Swords. So that's interesting. The Six of Swords and the Five of Swords. And now it's a digression. So it's like going from being balanced to kind of being in a state of like, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. Am I winning? Am I losing? I'm not sure, but I'm here. I'm still. Give me another card on this. Princess of Pentacles. So there's some type of physicality, of moving out of some type of physicality here is what's going on. Maybe out of the old mindset of not having enough. Princess of Cups on top of the King of Cups. Well, so it is like, there is, okay. So what I get here is that the King of Cups is like, okay, I have the crab here, so it's like, I want to be soft and vulnerable and emotional, like I want to be able to do that, Princess of Cups. I want to offer this love. I want to be able to be in this state, right? And give us clarity for the moon. Two of Swords. But but there's still a state of indecision. It's like normally the two swords are, one is facing one direction, one is facing the other, and it's like, well, what is the decision, right? What is the decision? And it's like, well, I'm gonna chill here with my cat. I mean, I can feel that to some extent. Can we have another clarification? The Sun. So it's like, in order for us to find what our happiness or our true peace is or whatever, then we have to think about what it is that we love, that we want. We have to think about things that aren't going to be deceptive to us, right? This is kind of like deception, essentially, it can be. But since we have the moon and the sun, and the decision, it's like, Well, is the decision to say the day is half night and the night is half day? You know, like, what is the decision? Okay, this is between something hidden and something illuminated. Two of Pentacles. So yeah, the world is going to learn to find balance again. They're going to learn to find balance again. We got the yin yang on the ship in there. Oh, and then we have the Queen of Cups. And interesting enough, she's actually looking back up at him now. He's looking down at her. So, yeah. So what I can say is, especially for twin flame and everything else like this. Look at that, 21, 21, 22. Yeah. So I would say that there was some stuff that was happening, and you know, we just had to come into finding the balance of how the Queen of Cups is this very loving, like, ability to control nature. You know, a super force. And she looks happy. They look happy. And the sun is between them, okay? So it's like, what I see here also is this person, whatever secrets or lies, whatever might have been hidden, right? And maybe this person also feels like this person hasn't offered something enough back, right? Because it's a Princess of Cups, not something bigger. It's like maybe he was expecting a bigger return or something. I don't know, but you know, but there is two swords here and the cat, and there's two birds here, so it's like there's something. So it's like he wants to offer a cup of love, right? And he thinks he's ready. I think what this is kind of telling me, and I'm just saying he and she because we're talking about the king and the queen right now. Gender is not specific in tarot. You can just whatever. But what I feel like is that she's like, yeah, like I don't need to fight anymore. I'm not at a point of indecision, right? Like I know what is good and what is not. You know, I'm able to put down the fight or the battle of having two, and more easily able to put up the ability to find the balance between the two, the yin and the yang, right? Again, here's the balance with the ship with the yin and the yang on it. And so let's see what this Queen of Cups has to say. Yeah, so she found balance, and we have the Five of Cups. She found balance in letting, you know, letting some things go. Letting some things go. Finding temperance. And nearly completion, you know, so it's like we're finding balance, we're finding completion, we're really, we're figuring it out, right? We're understanding, like, what was lost, where it was lost, how to balance it out, and how we can set everything up so we can be more successful. Amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So let's try this. This one's been speaking to me. This is Tarot of the Origins. And see what we have. Wants me to pull a couple. Six of Soul. Three of blood. And the ace of jewels. So water is like emotion, so we have past, past heartache that came, but it's like one is more of like a start fresh or an offering. La Padre, the father. Which I think the father is the emperor, right? And the two of blood. So again, we're back to the same card here, like the two of swords. We gotta find the balance. The nine of soul. You know, again, we have the nine of, it's like the nine of cups. So it's like, we're really like wanting to, I feel like this emperor also is ready, like, okay. It's like at an indecision, at an impasse. It's like, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm gonna be shaman. Ready. Okay. Now what? And we have the eight of jewels. And this is about, you know, the pentacles. So this is about like the work that we put in and the reward that we get paid back, right? From all of it. And then we have the star. So the wish, the dream. Amazing. So, we worked really hard to achieve the dream, and so here's a 10 of jewels. I can't really see it. I gotta. Cover up here. We have the wish. What is the wish? So the 10 of jewels. It's to have a legacy. It's to have a family and a legacy, right? The 10 of pentacles is that's what it is. Six of nature. Six of nature. And ace of the soul. So the completion comes when we find the balance or the reciprocity. You guys can't see this. When you find the balance or the reciprocity and you're ready to start new. Just gotta be ready to start new, right? It's like, is that your dream? Is that your wish? Like, is that your dream? What is your dream? What is your wish? And focus in on that for a bit and see where it takes you, see where it leads you. Yeah, interesting. We'll pull a few rider weights and see any other messages for the universe. Thank you. Okay, there could be a big apology or some loving coming in. Nine of Wands. So this is equaling a 10, actually. Oh, hold on one second. So this equals a 10 of Wands. So there's been a lot of work that's gone into it. And, you know, what this shows me also is that the warrior is like, wow, you know, it's been a long battle, but the Ace of Wands is like this nice, I don't know if you can see these. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, I did all this work, but look, I have this. And it's amazing, right? Like, which means, yeah, I'm proud. I can proudly say that I did all this work to become the man. And I feel like after all of this, even everything I did, that still, this small offering of love is just that. It's maybe a small offering of love. Maybe you've given too much love and it's exhausting, or maybe it's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it one more go, see what happens. And this time I'm not gonna do anything deceptive or sneaky. The Seven of Swords in reverse. So it's like, you know, what I found actually is that all this time that I've been doing this, maybe that wasn't what I needed to do. Maybe that just actually created more work for me. You know, maybe all I just needed to do was just offer this cup of love and be able to have this nice, passionate new beginning, right? Instead of doing all this extra sneaky. You know, that's hilarious, right? Ace of Cups. Offer the cup of love, right? Know what the cup of love is. Offer it. Where the High Priestess. Know indefinitely, right? Now this is how we deal with things a lot in life, is like we get to the point where sometimes we're confused because we're not sure like what is or isn't going to happen. And that's where, again, we have to be the magician or the high priestess in the ability of, in the know, right? She knows. She's like, I can tap all of this knowledge everywhere, right? I can tap it. Can figure it out. And that's what brings the happiness, right? That's what brings everything back into perspective, right? It's just this offering. Can't take it Any more messages? Oh. Right now we feel that right now he feels like the Queen of Pentacles. He feels like, okay, and I'm just saying based on what I'm seeing here. It's like, I feel abandoned, or don't leave without me, or come on, you know, and worried because it's like, well, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Like, does she even, you know, does she need me? Does she want me? And it's like, she's really good on her own, right? Like this has the capacity, right? Queen of Pentacles. It's like she can achieve anything. She's good. This isn't physical realm. But is that where the happiness is, right? Because as the High Priestess, this is more in the spiritual realm. This isn't existing in the physical realm. All right, then we have the King of Wands. So this is the energy of passion, you know, of passion, drive, intent. What is our passion? What is our drive? What is our intent? We have to decide, you know. And some days the decision might be different than other days. We have to make a definitive decision, right? Now, this came out in my lap, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, is it supposed to be upside down? It's supposed to be upside down, okay. So this is also coming out. This is finding our light that's in from within. The Hermit is about finding the inner light, right? And coming out of it. So now the fact that it's upside down tells me, great, we're finally coming out of the state of needing to hide or be ashamed or be in the inside. That's amazing. We have the Nine of Cups, which is saying we have a beautiful wish fulfillment and dreams coming into play. Amazing. And what is it about this question or decision that needs to be made? There's two. Queen of Swords. So it's about something that has to definitively, like a definitive action that has to happen. And it's like, what has to happen? Well, it's like, well, I don't know, but I've been waiting for a long time, waiting for the ships to come in. I'm waiting. Okay, so what is the decision? Look at that. Happy family, 10 of Cups. So it's about, what I really want is all of this. I want all this, you know, I want all this happiness. I want it all. I want it all. I want the kids in the house. And the whatever, you know, like, everything. Woo. Full soul, full emotional happiness. Like, everything. It has taken a long time to arrive, but it is coming and it is arriving. That's amazing, right? Action, moving forward. And and what I'm seeing right here is when you see all three of these, right? So first we saw he's waiting. What is he waiting for? He's trying to make a decision, waiting for the ships to come in, moving, but slowly, but then quickly, right? So it's like, this is also action, movement, action. So it's like, what was taking forever that I've been waiting for, that has been taking forever, is now finally in movement, coming into action. After all this hard work and everything that I've done, everything. And there we have the King of Swords. To match the Queen. And their swords are both up, which means they're ready. They're definitively ready. They finally made their decision. She's like, are you ready? She's got her hand out like, you know, are you good? You know what you want? You know what you want? He's like, yeah, I think I know what I want. Okay. And so, messages coming in. What are the messages? New start, new path. The world awaits us, right? He's holding the world in his hands. More information. I need another card on that. So there's decisions, right? There's decisions that have to be made. And there's some giving and receiving that's got to happen. And there's some strength that needs to happen. Also, we're about to be in Leo season. We're already in Leo, right? Yeah, just out of Cancer to Leo. So it's like, let's be strong. It's like this stuff has to happen, right? So amazing. Ah, good. So what are we going to have strength for? You know, the Tower, but it's in the upside down position. So I feel like what we're having strength for is the falling away of the old structures, of the old ideas, of what we once thought was going to be the way, or this was this, or this was that. It's like, no, actually, we're collapsing all that. It's completely different than we thought it was going to be. Yes, and now here we have the King of Pentacles. So it's like, and we had the Queen of Pentacles over here before. So it's like we figured out how to create the balance, how to get everything what we need, right? And that's how our dreams come true, our wish, right? So, dream big out there, guys. Look at that. Dream big out there. And, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. And you might even just find yourself having, look at this. I can't even make this up. You might find yourself having everything, all of your wish fulfillment, all of that legacy, everything that you ever wanted to come in. Yes. That union, that proposal, that marriage, everything. It looks like lots of happiness, right? And we have the moon upside down. No more deception. Number one is that the truth is coming out, right? And with that, then the wishes and the dreams and everything can come out, you know, when the deception is now not. So it went from being upright to being in reverse. So it's like, yeah, we're letting all that pour out. We're getting into something else. Again, 5 of Cups upside down. So it's like, you know, we're letting go of the things that we once were sad about. We have the King of Cups coming in again. And we figured out how to maintain our emotions and everything else so we can actually use them when necessary. Now, he's not completely docile because see how the water is moving in here? So it's like he knows what he has to do when he has to do it. He knows what has to be fixed and healed. He knows what needs to take work to be done with other people, how to balance that. And how to maintain it. How to maintain that balance for an extended amount of time, right? The Hangman, it's about, you know, maintaining it in that position, keeping it in that position, right? Letting the balance become stagnant, right? Yeah, Temperance. Again, letting the balance become like that. Ace of Pentacles. So, there is going to be an offering. This is going to be a tangible offering because it is a pentacle. So this is something in the physical reality. Now this is an offering, a new path, a new life, whatever. This is a beautiful new offering because it is coming from the divine down into the physical. So it's not something to be taken lightly and, you know, beautiful. It may come with an explanation or an apology. Look at that. Ace of Swords. And this one here looks like he's, yeah, I won. I got them all. Got them all. Ha That's the first time I've ever noticed this smirk on this guy's face, feeling like he felt good. Like he actually felt good, like he got them all. Because he was smart, right? Because he did his knowledge, he was studied, he was well understood, right? This is like the match to the high priestess. It's like I get it. Amazing, amazing. All right. So, anything else to say? Yeah, 10 of Wands again, upside down. So all of the hard work is over, you guys. All the hard work is over. Boom! We're back to being the magician. You have the ability to create your own reality. Amazing, you guys. Huh. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. So, the scales of fate have tipped and turned into your most positive, high vibrational future. Let's go. New future, new earth. Let's go. Let's create this intentionally, divinely, and let's build something sacred and beautiful and change the future together. All right, guys. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee. And I thank you for taking the time to get in touch with the divine. Remember, it exists inside of each one of you. And drop some comments if you love these. If you love these. If I get a lot of good feedback on people liking these, we can hit up our girl and see if she wants to do like a, do something. We might be able to give out a set. Let's give our girl some love. Let me try to get a link in there, so we can gas her up. All right. Love you guys as always. Infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow. Zoe out.